Hello and welcome back to the Midwest Auto Collection. Today we're going to spend some time with one of my personal favorites. This is a 2004 Land Rover Discovery SE7. Now under the hood here you're going to find the familiar 4.6 liter V8 engine from Land Rover. Now this is rated at 217 horsepower, but it is an extremely torquey engine from the bottom up. Only 03 and 04 models were offered with this engine, which was a huge improvement over the 4 liter that came before it. Very smooth, obviously a premium engine management system that keeps it nice and smooth, communicates well with the transmission, feels very luxurious when you drive it, extremely capable off-road. I mean, it is kind of the pedigree of any Land Rover, I guess. It wouldn't be a Land Rover without. But this has been such a well-kept vehicle. The interior of the engine bay here looks as if it's brand new. It really does. But a stack of service receipts with this car. It's a one owner. It was bought brand new by a guy that actually bought 2 brand new Land Rovers on the same day. But extremely well equipped. I know it is an SE7 being a 7-passenger, but they did opt to put a lot of the optional Land Rover accessories on it, namely the A-frame. You've got the extra fogs here, Safari cage taillight covers, and also the ladder in the rear to access that Safari cage up top. But great driver, drives like brand new, and looks fantastic. Black's a really tough combination to find with these cars. But we'll take a walk around it and just show you what kind of sets this apart from every other Discovery you're going to come across. If you've ever owned a black car before, you know that this paint is really tough to keep right, but knowing this car is in all original condition, it'll give you an indication of how well cared for this car was. But you know, just walking down, you can actually see my reflection right there in the paint. Everything in this car really is in spectacular condition, including a huge Safari cage right here on top, and these beautiful 18-inch wheels that are part of the SE package. The driver's side's in the same condition as you'd find on the passenger side. It really is spectacular. Obviously these 18-inch wheels look fantastic. The black paint still shows fantastic. SE7 badging obviously indicating the 7-passenger nature of the car. But you know, again, look at my reflection as I walk right down. Very, very original and very well kept. The rear of the Discovery is in excellent condition. You can actually see the optional park sensors all the way across the rear, as well as the ladder that goes right up to the roof, and the 18-inch spare tire here with a Michelin attached to it. But open this up. This is pretty cool. Check this out. You got a set of seats here that fold out. It's pretty simple to do. Just press this button, fold flat. Lift this up. You've also got a drop-down headrest, and you can actually fit an adult. Actually, you know what? I'll jump in there and show you. To access the ladder, it's simple. You actually have a hydraulic step here that can be used, one, to walk into the back to the 2 rear seats, and then also to get actually on the ladder. And you can see, you can climb it up real simply, just to access the Safari cage up top. Anything you want to put on there, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Once you climb inside the Land Rover, just jump in. Visibility is fantastic, but this is such a well-kept car. It doesn't have fire up, it's so solid. No surprises. It's a really unique driving position. It's almost similar to like a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. You sit up extremely high, your visibility is fantastic, but the amenities leave really nothing to disappoint. Obviously power steering, multifunction steering wheel here. It is a tilt wheel, which has the function right on the side here. Front and rear fog lamps, and you also have the added ability of the fog lamps that have been added up front. Those are some huge spots that you can use off-road. But you know, rear wiper, cruise control, rear park distance control, which is a neat option you have on these. You don't see that on a lot of the Discoveries. Right here you got hill descent control. This actually is like a cruise control for going downhill. Tell me if you've seen this on another car before. You've got a heated windscreen. If you look very, very closely, which the camera I don't even think could capture this, there's tiny, almost microscopic filaments right here in the glass, and they act as a invisible defroster. So in the freezing cold, you hit that button, obviously it'll thaw your windshield really quickly and also keep all the snow off of it. Great stereo, I might add. You've got a cassette deck in dash here that's mated to a CD changer that's right under the passenger seat, so it's easy access for the front occupants here. Below that, dual zone automatic climate control. Heated seats, obviously 4 power windows with a power lockout there for the kids in the back. And you do have a automatic transmission here, drop it and drive, that does also have a sport mode. Hit this mode button right here. It's going to illuminate the sports symbol there. It just shows you that it's going to amplify everything for a little bit more sporty response. But you know, everything in here works perfectly. It's been extraordinarily well serviced. There's no lights on, there's no service issues. It really does drive like a brand new Land Rover Discovery. And I mean, if there was more of a story to tell you, I'd give it to you, but there really isn't. It's a very clean and very well kept Land Rover Discovery. Now in the rear of the Discovery, what's kind of neat is that you have what's commonly called stadium seating. So you actually sit a little bit higher than the occupants in the front, so your visibility is fantastic. Not to mention you've got both of these power moonroofs which work perfectly, and they also have a draw shade across here so you can keep some of that sunlight out. But then you also have the added convenience of rear air conditioning. So if you want to cool yourself off back here with these 7-passenger seats, it's kind of nice. You have your own control right back here. So you might ask, Chris, why is this one of your favorites? Well, I happen to own a 2004 Discovery, and I don't think that's something I'm ever going to get rid of. I hope to keep it as long enough as I can to give it to my kids for high school, but it is definitely fun. It's an extraordinarily satisfying drive, and if you haven't driven one, take the time to do so. If this car does interest you, I cannot imagine there's too many Discoveries that are this well cared for, have this kind of service history, and are still in single owner status. Everything works great on it. It drives fantastic, and is just an excellent example of a well cared for Land Rover Discovery. For even more information on this Discovery, go to our website. You'll find us at MidwestAutoCollection.com. And when you're done there, check out our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/MidwestAutosOnline. Thanks for spending some time with us today. We'll see you next time.